Hello, welcome to Rising Star. My name is Ruth, and it's time for my favorite reading, the Daily Message, The Drowned King, 49. Yes, 49. That's a really pretty card. Feels very Neptunian, doesn't it? Interesting. I can't remember what this card's about right now, but the drowning part, like before I pushed play on the video, I had this feeling like I needed to take a deep breath. Almost like sometimes I forget to breathe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be like, man, when's the last time I breathed? Yeah, the Drowned King. When I was driving home this morning, I was seeing the Ten of Swords and the Death card. And then when I went to cut this deck earlier to pre-shuffle, the Ten of Swords and the Death were on the bottoms of each side. So I'm curious what's happening today. In alchemy, the archetype of the king is often used as a symbol for the ego. Nice. The aspect of the self that is attached to its title, name, and identity. It is said that the drowned king is a required phase in the process of transformation. Only through dissolving who they thought they were is the king able to become who they are destined to be, a kind and benevolent leader. How does the drowning occur? Not voluntarily, that's for certain. Through circumstances beyond their control, the king is brought to their bottom, to their knees. When this card appears, expect a huge blow to the ego, impactful enough that it causes one to turn their life around, prioritizing grace over greed, benevolence over brutality, sovereignty over selfishness. The drowned king eventually resurfaces as a fully changed, benevolent being. All right. The moon is still in Leo. We had a full moon. I'm recording this Friday the 26th, but we had a full moon in Leo last night at around like 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Leo is representative of the ego. So, and with Pluto opposing Leo, interesting that this is the card coming out. Like when I started these daily readings about a month ago, I just shuffled them all. If you watch the first video, you can see that I'm just shuffling them all, and I've just let them sit here. And I try not to look. Every once in a while, I'm like kind of curious what tomorrow's is. But usually I don't look because I like to be surprised too. So it's interesting how it's lining up with what's happening astrologically. Show us the drowned king spirit. So there's some sort of an ego death here, and ego deaths are excellent. 5 of Wands, Leo energy. Because the 5 is Saturn and Leo. Saturn is currently in Pisces, and I was getting that Neptunian energy with the drowned king. What was I saying about an ego death? Oh yeah, an ego death is how we grow. Like, it's necessary to go through ego deaths. The world. More Leo energy with the world. This could be a collective message. It kind of feels like both, actually. I feel like on one hand, collectively, we're recognizing something about ourselves or about the way we've done things. That may be shifting in the future, especially with Pluto and Aquarius now. But also, it's kind of like with you're battling with your own ego now, or you have been, and that's coming to an end. Be interested to see if death comes out. The Knight of Cups, Piscean energy. The Hermit, Virgo energy. Pisces, Virgo. That came out last night when I did a personal reading for myself. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Pisces, Virgo, Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius. Will we get Gemini? That would be all of the mutables. Nope. We get the Devil, Capricorn energy. See how that Temperance card is an angel? Usually there's an angel depicted on Temperance, but the angels and devils. What's on the bottom? Four of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and then the Three of Pentacles under that. It feels like the way we've done things collectively or as a group. With that Four of Wands, Three of Pentacles there. Alright, let's get into this. I'm going to use a different deck today. Five of Wands and the World. There's Death. Death and the Five of Pentacles there. Five of Wands. The World. What's going on with Neptune right now? If it's aspecting something. Ten of Cups, more Piscean energy. Terrible at showing the cards, sorry. Six of Wands. There's that Leo energy. I feel like value systems are changing, to be honest, here. It's like the vibration of love is showing up, coming forward, taking over. Knight of Cups is the top card here. So it's kind of like overseeing everything else that's happening. Ace of Pentacles. It really feels like we're entering a new phase right now. I feel like maybe collectively we're starting to realize how our egos have stood in the way of our happiness. This idea of what we're supposed to be doing all the time, that's kind of ingrained into us. Knight of Cups. Four of Swords. Healing energy here. This actually maybe getting downloaded to us during our dream states. I'm getting dreamy energy with the Four of Swords, the Hermit, and the Drowned King. Pisces is very dreamy energy. But with the World over the Five of Wands and then the Ten of Cups, Six of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles, this is like a whole new thing that we're entering of happiness and joy. Knight of Cups again. Four of Swords, Knight of Cups. Then that Ace of Pentacles, it's like a new kind of abundance. Seeing abundance in a different way, like it can mean something different to everybody. You know, like somebody who lives in a place where there's not clean drinking water, just having a regular source of clean drinking water could mean abundance to that person. Four of Swords, Knight of Cups. I really like this Knight of Cups too. It's not so romantic as it is spiritual. Pisces is the most spiritual sign. Like a spiritual awakening energy. The Tower. The Tower. Big changes here. There's a thought process that's leading up to this Ten of Cups, Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, right? We have the Hermit, the Knight of Cups twice, the Four of Swords, the Tower. It's like a revelation almost. Show me the Tower. Tower is Pluto. The Knight of Wands. Something's quickly changing here. Yeah, it feels like a revelation. It could be death. A quick transformation. Like, it's almost like we're ascending quicker, or we're moving forward quicker now than we were. I'm thinking about the age of Aquarius. It's up for debate about when the age of Aquarius actually began. A lot of people think it happened in the 60s with like the hippie movement and people rebelling, starting to like rebel against the government and war and stuff like that. And it kind of like had a slow start and a lull, you know, as things go when there's an astrological movement that lasts for a very long time. And I think an age lasts for 2,150 years. Don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. Which is why it's hard to pinpoint the date of when it actually takes place. But it's like I keep getting this momentum energy. Like we've broken through a barrier or something here, completed a cycle to begin a new one. That's not saying that now that Pluto's in Aquarius, everything's just perfect. Absolutely not. Pluto's going to send us through so many collective transformations. Brace yourself for that. But it's kind of like a milestone. A milestone has been achieved. King of Pentacles, the Hermit, King of Pentacles. I'm telling you, we're thinking about what is abundance? What makes me feel like the King of Pentacles? You know? And there's a wisdom here with the Hermit of learning something, understanding something on a deeper level. Like, I have been doing this a lot lately where I think, like, oh, I need to go get this. I need to go buy this because then I'll be able to do this. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Do I need to buy that? Or is there another way that I can do it? Like, thinking like an Aquarius. It's what I do because I am one and I have Mercury in Aquarius too. But what's a different way? It's like there's a different way that we're starting to recognize here with this Tower. It feels fueled by love with this Knight of Cups energy. I'm sorry, I know I'm going in like all sorts of directions here. Also, King of Pentacles is Taurus. Taurus is very abundant. Where was I going with that? Yeah, like looking at something differently, like a value system changing. Like, should I go buy that, or is that something that I can make with what I have? Or can I buy something that costs less to use to make something similar to what I'm wanting? It could even be thinking about buying groceries in bulk instead of one at a time because you save money in the long run by doing something like that. Like buying one item in bulk every time you go to the store or something like that. Or I just had another example and I just lost it. Buying better quality things, even though they cost a little bit more, it in the long run makes you less of a consumer. Because you're like, if you buy something that lasts 50 years, even though it's twice as much as something that lasts 10 years, you get where I'm going. I don't need to like stay on that forever. But I feel like there's a different way of looking at something here, a different way of seeing something. And appreciating where you're at and what you have, not like being in the rat race all the time, but appreciating what we have. Five of Swords, the Hermit, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, The Five of Swords is like a mental blockage. Not seeing something. It's like a whole new understanding of something now. Show me that Five of Swords, please. We've been stuck in our ways, I just got. We've been stuck in our ways. Three of Wands, a gateway. There's more Leo energy with that lion. It's like an idea is changing here. And then we're moving forward into the future. What is this future, Spirit? Show us this future. Five of Pentacles. The Lovers. Valuing love over financial gain here. Creating with love. Creating with love. Show me this Five of Pentacles, please. This is so representative of the idea here. Like the consumerism idea of I need what others have. Like this girl or person, I don't know if she's a girl or not. This person could probably find a gate and go in there and play soccer with these other kids. Instead, they're choosing to stand behind this barbed wire fence and be disappointed about what they don't have. But this is like looking at others and seeing what they have and like not appreciating where you're at. I hope that's making sense to you guys because I like trail off sometimes. Oh yeah, show me that Five of Pentacles. I got the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck there. Seven of Wands. It feels like what we want to achieve is changing here. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. I know I've talked about this Knight of Pentacles card before. I don't remember what reading, but the pentacle in her hand is so much more valuable than all of the money that this demon is trying to offer her. And it's the value system. The temptation. It's this constant temptation with things monetary. Obviously, we need money to live because that's where we're at as a society. But then there's also that temptation of always wanting more or always wanting the best, always needing the new iPhone, always having the better car, or whatever. Having a house that's way too big for you just as a status symbol. Stuff like that. I think you guys know where I'm going. Alright, show me Temperance, please, Spirit. I'm going to use a different deck. We're switching it. Temperance. Two angels. 1 + 1 is 2. Alright. Temperance. So something's being balanced out here. This is a balancing, and I feel like as the vibration of love is increased on the planet by everyone who is actually working to heal and increase the love vibration, it's creating this healing, tempering, balanced energy here. This flow state. It really feels like spiritual warfare with the Temperance and the Devil here. Will the Hierophant come out? The Moon. This has been hidden from us, and the ages, the zodiac ages actually move backwards. So we've come out of the age of Pisces, and we are now in the age of Aquarius. But the age of Pisces was all about confusion, right? And being blocked, having things blocked from our vision. But Aquarius has a clear vision. Five of Wands. Do you know why we have not been able to see this? Because we haven't been working together as a collective. We've been individualized, made to think that everything's a freaking competition. Some competition is healthy. I'm not talking crap on competition. Like, I like a good healthy competition. But we've separated ourselves from each other. Alright, thinking of a Tool song. You're gonna have to listen to this one. It's called Ridin' 2. And it's basically about how we have been divided and separated as a species. That's like the general message, but you should listen to that song. I can't think of a lyric right now. Try to think of it. The Devil. I can almost hear it. The Devil, the Queen of Wands. Monkey killing monkey over pieces of the ground. Silly monkey, give them thumbs. They forge a club to beat their brother down. That's that card. Forge a club to beat their brother down. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles. This Queen of Wands feels like desire. Hangman. More Piscean energy. Feels like information control. I know that you're going to see these cards and say, how the hell did you get that out of the Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles? But the way that she's watching the page, it's almost like the page is trying to offer up the truth here, but this Queen of Wands is stopping him. Queen of Wands is Aries energy, by the way. War is related to Aries, and this information's being kept here. Show me the Page of Pentacles, please. I feel like we're about to learn something big. Strength. Controlled information control. You ever read the book 1984? Because I feel like we're living that sometimes. Sometimes I'll like read something. A good example is when Chris Cornell died. I read articles with his family saying, yeah, we had no idea that he was going to commit suicide. We had no idea that this was going to happen, and he seemed fine, blah, blah, blah. And then, like a couple years later, I don't even remember how much time had passed by, the articles were different. The articles that were popping up in my Google feed were like, oh yeah, we knew he had mental health problems, we're not surprised, blah, blah, blah. How did that change so drastically? But it's like that all the time. If you've read 1984, you'll know where I'm going with this, is like information is constantly being changed on us to where we're just like constantly confused and we don't know what's going on here. I screenshot things all the time. Like, I don't know if this is going to be the same tomorrow. Strength. Five of Pentacles. Where the Five of Pentacles, can you guess whose strength is? Held down. We've been held down. We're about to learn something about this. Some sort of information's coming, I feel like, with Pluto and Aquarius. Three of Cups. Three of Cups is celebrating abundance. They're celebrating a harvest. I feel like we're choosing a different direction as a collective now. And when I say as a collective, the Tower. That's not, yeah, choosing a direction. Seeing the direction that we've been going here. The Tower, the Lovers, the Nine of Swords, the Three of Wands. Recognizing that we've probably been just walking down the wrong path this whole time. Like, damn, what a waste. Where was I going with that? Yeah, when I say as a collective, obviously not every single soul on this planet is jumping up to the challenge right now. I don't know why I got jumping up to the challenge, but the more work that the ones who are awake, the more that we do to raise the vibration, the quicker that will happen. That's why momentum is being gained, because the spiritual community is growing so much and spiritual ideals are changing and shifting so much. We're not so stuck in this anymore. People are thinking for themselves now. So we're moving forward. All right. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good one.